party, baby. It's party, baby. Oh, let go. Oh, nah, nah. Bum, 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 oi. Oh, nah, nah.
Hey guys, it's ttaylie and welcome back to my channel. So I have been fiending to do color lately. I don't know what it is. I think it's just because it's summer outside, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous, and I'm seeing all these beautiful colorful looks on Instagram and Twitter from other makeup artists and YouTubers. I'm just like, oh, I need that. But I don't really have super colorful palettes. I'm a warm tone girl, I'm a neutral girl, so that's usually what I tend to buy. So I was finding like Morphe had a sale about a week ago.
Fuck with us and then we tweaking,
I was finally like, let me get this 35B palette, which is freaking gorgeous, okay? And I kind of made a mess out of it already, but like all these colors, I'm really feeling like the blues and the purples right now, so those will probably be like my next colors, but this is a gorgeous palette. Morphe never disappoints. I actually got some new brushes from them because that's what the sale was actually on. It was on their Elite brush set, so you'll see a few of those in the video. You guys know to check the description box down below for all the products that I use and for my social media. I definitely want to stay connected with you guys. I love talking to you guys, whether you're asking me questions about makeup or just saying, hey, I love it, I love it. Also, be sure to comment, like, subscribe, of course. And if you would like to see how I got this makeup look, be sure to stay tuned. Alright babes, let's get started. We have a fresh face and eyebrows already filled in. We're going to prime the lids with our NYX Eye Base. And I'm going to buff that in, and then I'm going to set that with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. That's going to make sure our eyeshadows are vibrant, they last all day long, and they are super easy to blend in. And then we're going to use a tape method. You guys know I love this method when I want a nice clean edge. Be sure to put it on both eyes and to make sure it's even. So I had already started my eyes, but then I realized my camera wasn't even filming, so that was my mad face. We're going to take this magenta color, and that's going to be in our crease. I did use a transition color for my Morphe 35O palette, but that didn't get caught on film either. Then we're going to take this hot pink color, and that's going to go on our outer corner. And this look is all about packing on the pigment, so you're going to see me packing on the same colors over and over again. We're going to start off with the yellow, and you see at first it's not that vibrant right off, so like I said, I have to keep packing. Then I take the orange color at the bottom, and that's going to kind of be my middle color to blend out the hot pink and the yellow. So I'm going to place that on there, and then I switch brushes, and then the yellow became much more vibrant, so that worked out a lot better. And then I'm taking the blending brush that I used for that transition color I mentioned, and I'm going to blend out those edges. Then we're going to take that really pretty purple color, and we're going to put that in our crease really heavily so that it'll deepen our crease. And then I'm going to blend that out with the color we used the first time, the magenta color. And then back in with the orange. It's going to be a lot of repetition, guys. I'm literally just packing on the same colors over and over again until it's as vibrant as I want it. And I took a clean blending brush to further blend out the dark purple we added. And then I'm going back in with my transition blending brush to blend out any harsh edges. If you guys learned anything from me, I hope it is to blend. We don't do harsh lines. That's not cute. Everything needs to be blended seamlessly. From there, we're going to move right into our eyeliner. I'm using my NYX liquid liner. You guys are really going to see in this tutorial that I am not perfect. You'll see here that I start off with a nice small wing. By the end of this video, the wing is like 2 times larger than this. It was just one of those days when you want to have a small wing, but that's just not what's in the cards for you. Everybody makes mistakes, and you just have to roll with it. Onto face, I have already moisturized my Murrad Oil Control Mattifier and my Smashbox Primer Water. For primer, I am taking my Black Radiance Shine Control Primer and my Baby Skin Pore Eraser, and I'm going to mix those two together and rub them into my face. And once I'm done rubbing it all in, I like to let it sit for a minute so it can really seep into the skin and do what it's supposed to do for me. You guys know what's next. We're using Bronze Glow by Melanie Mills. I'm going to put this all over my face, and then I'm going to rub it in with my hands this time rather than use a brush. And I got this from Sandra Deluxe here on YouTube. This method allows me to distribute the product much faster and more evenly. And I'm going to rub it all the way down to my neck and then to my chest. And once that's all in the face, we're going to move on to our foundation. The foundation of choice today is my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. This is hands down my favorite drugstore foundation. I actually choose this over most of my high-end foundations. It is just so flawless. It doesn't necessarily keep me matte all day, but it definitely helps with my oil and my pores. This is my perfect color. I don't have to mix it with anything else. So that's why I love it so much. And I'm going to buff that in with my Morphe M439 brush. When she dropping the low for a bad man, nah. Ginger me, how they want to ginger me today? Make you ginger me. All the ladies in the house they want to ginger me today. So I'm here for the girl then. So I'm so excited because I finally found Fawn at the beauty supply store again. So I'm using my LA Girl Pro Concealer in Fawn, and that's going to go right under my eyes. And then I'm still going to go in Warm Honey on the outer corners to make it a little brighter, and I'm going to use my Morphe E8 brush to blend that in, and I'm going to blend up to my eye. I try to blend as much as I can down first and blend the excess up so it's not a lot of product right under my eye because that creates creasing. But I'm also going to take a smaller detailed brush and clean up my eyeliner. That's always a good tip for you guys. If your eyeliner gets a little cray cray, you can always clean it up with a little bit of concealer. After I buff that in, I like to go on the outer parts with my Morphe brush, the one I use for my foundation, just to make sure there's no harsh lines there. And then I'm not going to talk through the rest of my concealer application because you guys have seen this time and time again. So I'm not even going to bake today, guys. Lately, I've been noticing my skin's been more dry than usual. I now believe I have combination to oily skin for the first time ever. So I'm really just pressing the powder in to set all the places that I concealed. So we're going to take our LA Girl Pro Concealer in Dark Cocoa to contour. I haven't really been cream contouring lately, but today I decided to, and I'm really glad I did. And I'm using my Morphe E7 brush to buff that in. I love this brush. It's so small but angled and nice and dense, and it just blended my contour out perfectly. And then we're going to get the forehead, of course, and then we're going to move on to bronzing. You guys know I'm using my Ebony Bronze. Nothing's really new here, so I'm going to be quiet now.
Baby carry the go for a bad man. See the way she the roll for a bad man. She be taking it slow for a bad man. When she dropping the low for a bad man. Baby carry the go for a bad man. See the way she the roll for a bad man. She be taking it slow for a bad man. When she dropping the low for a bad man. Nah, 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 nah.
So then we're going to set the rest of our face using my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark Deepest. If you guys have any suggestions for other face powders for me to try, leave that down below. I'm definitely looking to try something new since I've been using this forever. And then we're going to go in our waterline with our LA Girl Gel Glide Liner in Black Magic. Make that nice and dark. And then we're going to put a little bit of my Laura Mercier right under my eye because I want to smoke out the waterline, but I don't want any fallout to ruin my makeup. And we're just going to smoke the waterline out with the same colors we used up top. Alright, this is where things got a little out of hand. I tried to be fancy and do something different, and I mean, it turned out good, but my eyeliner just became a lot thicker than I had planned. But anywho, I am dragging the inner corner of my eyeliner out just to create a longer looking eye and a more dramatic cat eye effect. And you can see here I had to add a little bit more because I messed up, but it's okay. I went with it, I fixed it, and in the end, we still liked it. So don't give up just because you mess up one time. Just keep going and see what you come up with, okay? So then we're going to take Bronze Glow again and apply that to the highest points of our face. And I'm buffing that in with the same brush that I used for my concealer, the Morphe E8 brush. Then I'm going to go in with MAC Gold Deposit, and I'm using my Morphe M501 brush, I believe. And I'm just going to apply that right where I applied my Bronze Glow. And then, because you know I always use more than one highlighter, I'm going in with my City Colors Highlight Trio, and I'm taking that gold shade on the very end, and I'm going to apply that right over Gold Deposit. Then I decided to go back and add Gold Deposit as my brow bone highlight for something subtle. And then we're going to move on to blush. I'm using Toasted Almond from Black Radiance and just applying that to the apples of my cheek. And then I'm going to spray down with my MAC Fix Plus. I'm talking spray down, okay? And then we're going to move on to lips. I'm lining with MAC Chestnut. I am going to overline my lips just a tad because I feel like my top lip is kind of lopsided. I don't know. But then I'm going to fill in the bottom lip just a little bit. And then we're going to go in with Jeffree Star Celebrity Skin. I have been dying to get my hands on this color. He finally restocked, so you know I had to grab it. And I'm going to apply it to the center and kind of move it around with my lips. And then I decided to go for a gloss since my eyes are matte. And I'm using the NYX Butter Gloss in Tiramisu. This is literally like the only gloss I own. I'm going to get more, guys, I promise. And that will be the final look, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Bye.
When she dropping the low for a bad man, baby carry the go for a bad man. See the way she the roll for a bad man. She be taking it slow for a bad man. When she dropping the low for a bad man, nah 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 nah. Make you ginger me, in the house they want to ginger me today. Make you ginger me. All the ladies in the house they want to ginger me today. So I'm here for the girl.